Hey everyone, Dr. Brad here from Tenino Chiropractic, and I wanted to make this quick video to introduce a cool new product we're going to be carrying, and you're going to hear me talking a lot about it over the coming weeks and months, and that's called Keto OS. And this is what one of the packets of this looks like. You mix that with water. That's basically the supplement in a nutshell. So I'm going to explain a little bit to you so you understand why it's something that I'm so excited about and why I think it could be so beneficial to most everyone who it might benefit. So to understand that a little bit, we got to look at how our body works and a little bit about metabolism. So in our culture, in the standard American diet culture, the way we operate, the way our bodies have learned to operate is what's called a carb or a sugar burning metabolism. That's one option. The other option being a fat burning metabolism. So when we eat things like grains and lots of sugar and processed foods and all the different things that we eat in the standard American diet, and particularly the carbohydrate quantity, even if it's whole grains and seemingly healthy carbohydrates and sugars, that what's happened is, as a culture, we've really shifted our metabolism to sugar burning. And for a million plus years before we had agriculture and cities and things like that, we were in a fat burning metabolism. So the difference and why that's important is this. A sugar burning metabolism, which most of us have lived our whole lives in, is pro-inflammatory. And we're really talking about systemic inflammation. So what that means is that when you eat that way and your body's burning sugar and carbs for fuel, that it's creating inflammation in your body. Now, if you think about any of the chronic illnesses that plague our society, things like heart disease and diabetes and Alzheimer's and dementia and cancers and high blood pressure problems and a whole host of things, autoimmune disorders and things like that, they all have chronic systemic inflammation at their root or as part of their cause. And so it really makes sense that if that's how we're eating, that so many people get these chronic illnesses, and especially because the consumption of sugar has increased so much over the last 100 years, 50 years, even 20 years, and these diseases are also on the rise significantly. So the other option that I mentioned is a fat-burning metabolism, and that's sometimes called ketosis or a ketogenic lifestyle. And so prior to this supplement, Keto OS, the way that you would achieve, or the way you could still achieve nutritional ketosis, is through a number of very specific and seemingly strict guidelines. And so it basically looks like this. About 8% of your calories in any day come from carbohydrates of any kind. So that's certainly anything with sugar or sweetened is out. Most fruits, too much sugar in those, and all grains and starchy carbohydrates, forget it. So 8% of your calories and carbs is a very, very low amount. And this is why nutritional ketosis up until now has been such a difficult thing for most people to really even consider doing, because it's a huge shift in their dietary intake. And then the other big shift is that 70% of your calories have to come from fats. Now, healthy fats, certainly, but to most people in the way we live, that would seem an enormous amount. That would also be a huge shift to increase their fat intake that much, especially because for about the last 40 years, as a culture, we've been pounded on that fat is bad, when in fact, burning fat as our primary fuel source is tremendously beneficial. And then the rest of that, your calories come from healthy protein sources and non-starchy vegetables. So what happens when you're in a fat-burning metabolism is a whole number of things, but the most important is that it's anti-inflammatory. So where the sugar burning was pro-inflammatory, making inflammation, the fat-burning metabolism, or ketosis, is anti-inflammatory, or reducing inflammation. And so the benefits from that, as you can imagine, are tremendous. Less incidence of heart disease, cancer, diabetes, all those things we talked about become much less likely to have happen. Other things that occur is you have a boost in what's called human growth hormone. Human growth hormone is the hormone we associate with all of those things that we think of as youthfulness. So good movement in our joints and good skin tone and hair tone and lots of energy and get up and go in your day. So that's another big advantage of fat-burning metabolism. Your brain prefers it. It's a much more efficient fuel for your brain. And so we have clearer mind and sharper thinking and better memory. and a sustained level of energy throughout the day, not the ups and down crashes of that carbohydrate metabolism. So until now, until a supplement like Keto OS was created, you had to go through all of that to get into the benefits of nutritional ketosis, which I just talked about. And even in addition to that, to really stay there for on the long term, you also have to do high intensity exercise multiple times a week. And additionally, really some other, body and biohacks, intermittent fasting and things like that. So it's very challenging, or it can be, and a lot of people, because of busyness and other family obligations and work things, that's just not doable. But a wonderful scientist invented or discovered how to create and extract what are called exogenous ketones. And exogenous ketones means ketones from the outside that our body can use. So that's what's in this powder, is exogenous ketones. So what happens, you mix that up with water and you drink it, and within 30 minutes to an hour, your body is flooded with ketones, which is what your body uses when you're in fat-burning metabolism. So it shifts your system supplementally to a fat-burning metabolism. So you get many of those benefits that we were talking about a minute ago with all the diet changes just from taking this powder in water. And they've even done studies on people just taking this and still eating the standard American diet, and they still get all those benefits. Now, that's definitely not ideal, and I look at it as more of something people can be taking to really help them along that path to changing lifestyle and becoming healthier and healthier. Because in addition to all that other stuff we talked about, another thing that happens is that your body will preferentially start wanting to burn fats for fuel. So you'll actually end up having less cravings for carbohydrates and sugars once you've been taking this stuff for some time. You also have more energy, so people tend to be more motivated to exercise and be active, so they get those benefits as well. You also sleep better when you take this stuff, and so you get that better rest. That helps your body recover better, it helps you be healthier, helps you lose weight or maintain a healthy weight. Some of the other benefits people report is like I mentioned with the ketogenic diet, is that sustained energy. So you don't get the energy like you just drank 8 shots of espresso, but energy sustains throughout the day. People don't feel as tired and fatigued at the end of their day, when they get home after work and that type of thing. Pain goes down in all your joints because the inflammation goes down. And then finally, because you're shifting into that fat-burning metabolism, what happens is that your body then preferentially burns your own fat stores for fuel. And so people who have weight to lose tend to lose the weight quite easily. Sometimes it takes a little while for that to kick on, but once it gets going, people tend to just kind of melt that fat off their body because they're burning it for fuel and for energy. So I just wanted to give a brief intro to the Keto OS and why, like I said, you're going to hear me talking about it a lot over the next weeks or months, because it's profound. This fat-burning metabolism, this ketosis, is basically been one of the foundations of all of the stuff I've tried to teach and inform over the years about how to eat in a healthy way that's really life-sustaining. Certainly there's other things, eating those green vegetables and all that good stuff, but this is one of the most significant sort of biohacks I've ever seen, because it gives you those advantages of the ketosis and that fat-burning metabolism without necessarily having to go through all those restrictive and really big changes for most people in their lifestyle. So I hope this is helpful. Hope you're as excited about this stuff as I am, and look forward to sharing more with you. All right, take care.